I've always known I was called to be a voice for the vulnerable, for those who felt like they didn't have a voice, okay? For those who were overlooked, dismissed, silenced, and ignored. That calling didn't come from nowhere. It came from my own life experiences and watching how family members and friends and other people were being treated. It wasn't even called for either. I know what it feels like to be raised in a group home, holding orphanage facility, foster care. I know what it feels like to go through child abuse, domestic violence, and even other forms of trauma. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention that on here, that I've seen with other family members. Okay. We'll just say inappropriate acts. I'll mention that. I know what it feels like to grow up with poverty being a constant thread, tied to mental health struggles, physical health struggles, instability, broken relationships, and generational cycles that felt impossible to escape. Everything that came against my family was meant to tear us down. It was meant to make me silent, so I would not be the voice for those who felt voiceless. Baby. But God, I'm telling you, they don't know who they coming up against. These enemies, when they come up against God. Going up against his babies is going up against God. He got the last say, not the enemies, okay? Y'all don't get it twisted. When I was younger, especially like in high school, right? I would try to advocate for the wrong things. I spoke up for battles that were not mine because I thought being loud meant being called. I would stand up for things that I felt like people were constantly going against them, then maybe they were being mistreated. But some things people went against was because it was actually wrong. But because I seen the attacks or it triggered me, I felt like speaking up for it, but that was out of my place and I got checked. Later on, God showed me that not every fight is my assignment. Oh yeah, I had to learn that. Oh, he assigned me to speak on specific matters: poverty, healing, abuse, domestic violence, mental strongholds, and generational cycles. Okay, there's certain things he wants me to talk about